But names are given to people, and very seldom do you really choose your own name, just like the coyote. And the names are given to you by the things you think, the things you say, the things you do, and what people observe you as the type of person that you are. Among our Diné, there are ways that names are acquired. Names that might be a name that would be given to you by your immediate family, and those that know you, they may have a name for you. And then outside of that, you have other people that might give you another name. And so it is that all Navajos or Diné that have been given special ceremonial names. But the only way that you get that is sometimes when you participate in a certain type of ceremony, which might be the enemy way ceremony. And they give you a sacred ceremonial name that you will have throughout your life. And it's only used when in ceremonial settings and for very special purposes that name is used. It is the name that the holy people know you by. And I've mentioned a story about Coyote, how he wanted to give himself his name, but he was told no. He says he was told that you have to go and you have to make a name for yourself. Whatever you do, whatever you think, whatever you say, and those are the things that will give you a name. And so it is that myself, my great-grandfather, his name was and then another name was Salau Hati Jai. And the first one was the man that does the healing ceremony with the sweat lodge. And then the other one was the Salau Hati Jai, which means the one that removed his policeman clothing. Way back in the the latter part of the 1800s, my great-grandfather was one of the very first peace officers. And so it was that back in those days he had 2 wives and that. And it was that the federal government, after a period of time, told him he could not have 2 wives. And so they told him to get rid of one of them, and he wouldn't. He said that was not something he could do. And so he put his badge down and said, you know, I can't do this job if it requires me to get rid of one of my wives. And so he gave them their badge back. And so from that he was given the name, the man that removed his policeman clothing or his officer clothing. Salau Hati Jai. And then his son is my grandfather, and he was known as Hathati Inatlohe. That means the laughing medicine man. My grandfather was very good at telling jokes and making funny jokes and that, and so people would always appreciate him coming around and conducting ceremony for them. But Hathati, and then he would make everyone laugh, and he would laugh with them, and so they named him Hathati Inatlohe. But other names than that he had. And so the times when I was growing up and when I would go with him to these ceremonies and that, and they would refer to me as Hathati Inatlohe Batsui, which meant the grandson of Laughing Medicine Man. And so that was one of the names that was given to me when I was very young. And then, of course, as I advanced through life, I have a ceremonial name as well that is only used in special ceremonial settings. And then the name that I'm given in the Christian name, you may say, is Wally Brown. But it is that there are other names than that my uncles and my aunts and that gave me a name. And I don't know, that one name there, Bahwajun, that was what they used to call me when I was very small as I was growing up. But names are given to people, and very seldom do you really choose your own name, just like the coyote. And the names are given to you by the things you think, the things you say, the things you do, and what people observe you as the type of person that you are. So that's the way that the names are given. But names are very important, and it is a way to identify us and to identify our kinship and maybe some of the skills that we have or special gifts that we have. And names are based on those things. And those are the things that we are told.